Imagine waking up at 94, living completely on your own, and stepping out of bed without needing to grip the wall or reach for a cane. That's exactly how Edwina starts her day, steady, confident, and unafraid of falling. No walker waits at her bedside. No emergency button hangs around her neck. What's even more surprising, Edwina doesn't rely on fancy equipment, costly trainers, or complicated exercises. Instead, she follows a few simple morning habits that take less than 10 minutes. Habits that keep her legs strong, her balance sharp, and her independence intact. Picture this. While so many seniors in their 60s and 70s worry about falls, Edwina at 94 moves like she's decades younger. How does she do it? You're about to discover the small, overlooked actions that help her stay upright and active, even on her own. Before we dive in, I want you to think about your own mornings. Could one small change protect your independence? If staying strong and steady matters to you or someone you love, hit that like button right now and subscribe for more better aging advice. Together, let's uncover the morning moves that could change your life. Edwina is the kind of person who makes you stop and think about what's truly possible at any age. She's 94, lives alone in a cozy little house on the edge of a quiet town in Iowa, and somehow, she keeps doing the things that many people half her age struggle with. Picture this. Her yard is bursting with colorful flowers she planted herself. Every spring, she kneels down, yes, kneels, without help, to set new blooms in the soil. Her tiny kitchen smells like cinnamon and fresh apples because she still bakes pies for her grandkids when they visit. And on Sunday mornings, you can spot her on her porch, sipping tea and watching the world wake up. No cane by her side, no walker parked nearby. Edwina's not wealthy, and she doesn't have personal trainers coming to her house. She's not spending money on fancy gadgets or miracle supplements that promise stronger legs or better balance. And that's what makes her story so powerful. Everything she does to stay steady on her feet and strong in her legs is simple, practical, and easy for anyone to try, no matter where you live or what your budget looks like. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. People often assume that to stay fit at 94, you need hours at the gym or special classes designed for seniors. But Edwina? She does none of that. In fact, she hasn't set foot in a gym in over 40 years. What she does do are small, intentional habits each morning that have kept her legs strong, her balance sharp, and her confidence high. Her secret isn't hidden in some expensive piece of equipment, collecting dust in a corner. It's not about pushing herself to exhaustion. It's about consistency, gentle but powerful moves she swears by. Moves that take just minutes, but add years of mobility and independence. And the best part? These habits are so easy to start that you could begin them tomorrow morning, right in your own living room or kitchen. No need for memberships, no need for gear. Just you, your determination, and maybe the edge of a sturdy chair or countertop. And no, it's not hours of sweating, straining, or stretching until you can't move. Edwina's routine is something different. It's smarter, simpler, and proven to work, not just because she says so, but because she lives it. Wait till you hear what she actually does, because one of her favorite morning moves might be the easiest thing you'll ever try. Habit number 1, the chair rise challenge. Edwina's first morning habit is so simple. You might wonder how it makes such a difference. But that's the beauty of it. Small actions can protect your independence in ways most people overlook. Every morning, before she even sets the kettle on the stove, Edwina stands in front of her kitchen chair. This chair has been with her for decades, solid wood. No armrests, no cushions, just steady and reliable. Like Edwina herself, she crosses her arms in front of her chest, takes a slow breath, and lowers herself onto the chair. No flopping down, no letting gravity do the work. Then, without using her hands, she pushes herself back up, tall and proud. She repeats this, slowly and deliberately, 10 times. No rush, no shortcuts, just pure focus on her legs doing their job. Why this habit? Because Edwina knows what recent studies confirm: the ability to sit down and rise from a chair without using your hands is more than just a party trick. It's one of the strongest indicators of overall leg strength, balance, and even longevity. In fact, some doctors are now saying that chair rise tests can predict how long a person might live more accurately than certain medical screenings. That's because this movement uses the muscles and coordination that keep you steady in daily life, from getting out of a car to standing up after using the toilet. Edwina calls it her leg check-in. It's her way of making sure her body's ready for another day of living alone, gardening, cooking, and moving through her home without fear of falling. And the best part? You don't need special shoes, workout clothes, or equipment. Just a chair and a few minutes of your morning. Try it right now. Find a sturdy chair, cross your arms, and see if you can do 10 without using your hands. How did it feel? Were your legs steady, or did you notice a wobble? Share your experience in the comments. Let's cheer each other on. This tiny ritual has helped Edwina stay independent at 94. Imagine what it could do for you. Habit number 2, barefoot balance check. Edwina's second habit is so simple, most people wouldn't even think it counts as exercise. But that's exactly what makes it brilliant. While the kettle warms on the stove in the morning, sun peeks through her curtains, Edwina steps into her bathroom, slips off her slippers, and brushes her teeth standing barefoot. But she doesn't just stand there. She lifts one foot gently off the ground, balancing on the other, and holds it steady while she brushes. No wobbling, no leaning on the sink, just focused, quiet balance. Halfway through, she switches feet, giving both sides of her body a chance to wake up. This isn't about showing off or testing how long she can go. It's about reminding her ankles, feet, and brain to work together every day. And it works. By going barefoot, Edwina's feet feel the coolness of the tile, the texture of the floor, sensations that wake up nerve endings we often neglect. This connection between foot and brain helps with quicker reactions, steadier steps, and fewer missteps that could lead to a dangerous fall. And here's something many don't realize. Your feet have over 7,000 nerve endings. And when you train them barefoot, you build a stronger foundation for your entire body. That's why barefoot balance training is becoming a quiet trend across senior communities in the US. From Florida retirement groups to wellness classes in California, older adults are rediscovering how powerful their feet can be. No fancy equipment, just the simple act of standing tall and feeling the ground beneath them. For Edwina, this isn't just about balance. It's about confidence. She knows that this tiny daily habit strengthens the muscles and connections that help prevent slips and stumbles. It's part of why she still walks without a cane, even at 94. Give it a try right now. Take off your shoes, stand tall, and lift one foot while brushing or washing up. How long can you hold it? Do your feet feel awake? Share your experience in the comments. You might encourage someone else to start today, but the next habit? That's the one Edwina swears by. The one she believes keeps her from ever needing a cane. And you'll want to hear what it is. Habit number 3, wall calf raises. Edwina's third habit is what she calls her morning lift, a simple but powerful move that she believes keeps her legs young and her steps steady. After finishing her barefoot balance check, Edwina walks over to a spot in her kitchen, where the morning light pours through the window. She places her fingertips lightly on the wall for balance, not to lean on, just enough to feel secure. Then, slowly and with purpose, she rises onto her toes, lifting her heels as high as she can. For a brief second, she pauses at the top, as if she's trying to reach the sky with the crown of her head. Then, just as slowly, she lowers her heels back down, feeling every muscle in her calves engage. She repeats this 20 times, no bouncing, no rushing. Each lift is smooth and controlled, a quiet reminder to her body that her legs are still strong, still reliable. Picture it, Edwina standing tall in her kitchen, lifting up toward the sunlight. Her face calm, her posture proud. These calf raises are more than just an exercise. They're her way of greeting the day with strength and grace. And here's the fresh insight many people don't realize. Strong calves are your secret weapon for preventing falls, especially on stairs. Think about it. When you climb a step or step down, it's your calves that do the hard work of pushing you up or controlling your descent. Without strong calves, even a small misstep can lead to a dangerous fall. In fact, physical therapists often say that calf strength is one of the most overlooked keys to staying safe and steady, particularly when navigating stairs or curbs. What makes this habit so special is how easy it is to add to your routine. You don't need a gym, fancy shoes, or expensive equipment. Just a bit of wall space, a few minutes of your morning, and the willingness to move with intention. For Edwina, it's a daily reminder that small actions can protect her independence. She often says, "These lifts keep me climbing, not just stairs, but through life." Have you tried calf raises at home? What's your trick for stronger legs? Comment below. Your tip might be just what someone else needs to stay strong and steady too. And stay tuned, because Edwina's next habit is the one that fills her mornings with energy and light. And you can start it tomorrow. Habit number 4, morning sunlight stretch. Edwina opens her porch door, and the first rays of sunlight spill across the wooden floor. The air carries the faint scent of dew, and there's a quiet stillness that feels like the world holding its breath. Edwina steps out, bare feet on the cool porch, and lifts her face to the gentle morning sun. She closes her eyes for just a second, feeling its warmth on her cheeks, as if nature itself is offering her a soft embrace. Without rushing, she begins to move. She leans forward, stretching her hamstrings, feeling the familiar, welcome pull along the back of her legs. She shifts her hips gently from side to side, unlocking tension that built up overnight. Every breath feels fuller. Every stretch reminds her of what her body can still do, and she thinks quietly to herself, "Thank you for another day." Edwina calls this her gratitude stretch. It's not just about loosening stiff muscles. It's about setting the tone for the day ahead. That brief pause, those 3 minutes of morning light and mindful movement, help her feel centered. And what's powerful is how this tiny habit transforms her balance and stability. Science shows that when morning sunlight enters your eyes, it triggers signals deep in your brain that reset your body's internal clock. This clock governs not just sleep, but alertness, coordination, and reaction time. Those first rays of sunlight act like a natural wake-up call for your nervous system, sharpening the reflexes that help prevent stumbles and falls. Edwina noticed something else, too. Stretching her hamstrings and hips in the morning seems to unlock her stride. Her steps feel smoother. There's less dragging of the feet, less chance of catching a toe on a rug or step. The tightness that could have pulled her posture out of line is gone before it causes trouble. This simple habit offers a hidden bonus. By stepping outside, Edwina subtly trains her eyes and brain to work together for balance. The changing light, the depth of the porch railing, the shape of the garden path, all these cues help reinforce the brain's map of where the body is in space. And that awareness is crucial for avoiding trips that happen in the blink of an eye. She says, "When I miss my morning stretch, I feel off all day. My legs feel heavy. My steps feel unsure. But just a few minutes of sun and stretching, I feel ready for anything." But her last habit is so overlooked, yet it may matter most. Habit number 5, the kitchen counter march. Every morning, before Edwina even cracks an egg or slices a piece of fruit, she pauses at the kitchen counter. She places both hands lightly on the edge, feeling its steady support beneath her fingers. Then, in her soft slippers, she begins to march in place. Slow at first, knees lifting gently, feet meeting the floor with purpose. The rhythm builds, steady and strong, like a quiet drumbeat starting her day. It's just 2 minutes. 2 minutes that change everything. What began as a simple way to wake up her legs before breakfast has become a cherished ritual. Edwina says those few minutes of marching set the tone for her morning. The movement warms her knees and ankles, gets her blood flowing, and helps shake off the stiffness that can creep in overnight. But perhaps more importantly, it gives her a sense of momentum, the feeling that she's already moving forward, even before the day fully begins. There's something powerful about this habit that many seniors overlook. Marching in place at the counter isn't just about warming up the joints. It's about building endurance in small, manageable steps. This simple action helps support circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscles that might otherwise stay sluggish until later in the day. And those steady steps? They quietly train the body for longer walks, outings, and the everyday movements that keep independence alive. What's fascinating is that senior centers across the U.S. have started to recognize the magic of this humble march. Many now offer march and chat groups, gatherings where older adults come together, marching in place while sharing stories, laughter, and friendship. These groups aren't just about exercise. They combat isolation, spark connection, and strengthen both body and spirit at once. Edwina, inspired by this, sometimes imagines she's part of one of those groups as she marches at home. She thinks about friends she plans to call later or neighbors she might wave to on her walk. For her, those 2 minutes become more than exercise. They're a reminder that movement connects us, not just to our bodies, but to the world around us. Could you do this while your coffee brews? Could 2 minutes of simple marching help you feel stronger, steadier, more ready for your day? Let us know if you'll give it a try. And here's the thing, Edwina's next secret is even simpler, but most seniors never think of it. It might be the easiest habit to start and the hardest to give up. Edwina's story isn't one of grand gestures or dramatic routines. It's a quiet kind of strength, the kind that builds, day after day, through small, thoughtful choices. Her morning habits take less than 10 minutes, but those minutes are powerful. There's no expensive equipment in her home, no gym memberships, no complicated fitness plans, just the soft morning light, the sturdy support of her kitchen counter, and her own determination to keep moving. At 94, Edwina still stands tall. She moves with confidence, not because she's been blessed with perfect health, but because she's made it a point to invest in herself in the simplest ways. A porch stretch that welcomes the day, a kitchen march that warms her legs and heart. These are the choices that have helped her protect what matters most, her independence. And here's the truth we often overlook. Strength doesn't always come from lifting heavy weights or pushing through grueling workouts. Sometimes, it comes from the quiet moments when you choose not to sit back down. When you lift your knees a little higher, reach a little farther, or simply stand for a few seconds longer. That's where resilience grows. Edwina's mornings are a reminder that it's never too late to start. No matter your age, no matter your current fitness level, small habits add up. They add up to steadier steps, fewer stumbles, and greater confidence as you move through your day. So here's the question that only you can answer. What small habit will you start tomorrow morning? Will you greet the sun with a stretch? Will you march while your coffee brews? Will you choose to move, even for just a minute or two? Because those minutes could be the difference between feeling unsteady and feeling ready. It's never too late to protect your independence. Never too late to take that first step toward a stronger, safer tomorrow. If this inspired you, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Let's build stronger, safer mornings together. Because every small action counts, and together, we can create a future where aging well isn't the exception, it's the norm.